Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time. And the Monarchs will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense will have the football first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And the Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Old Dominion's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give. Spin, still running. How about that? Continues to fight for yards. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Off the play fake on first down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've gotten the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Here's a heat. Punts it out of the air.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Goes to the option. Runs through the tackle. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Jaguars in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They punted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking left. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the...
Turning it on! He now has 62 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Monarchs line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just threw that one way too far. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, ODU. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They'll run the screen. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Monarchs will call on their punt team. locates it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. On the option. Quick toss. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Jaguars will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. And the Monarchs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Quick spin on the ride. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He'll pull it on the read. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Monarchs with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Maddox. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He now has 80 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Under fire. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Taylor wants to throw. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Jaguars are in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. It's complete to the left. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dyer. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures. But when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Oh, they're after him. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Taylor wants to throw it. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They're testing the right side here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Jaguars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. To the air, it's Dyer. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Really disciplined job. Get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there. 4 wideouts set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Here comes the heat. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Monarchs will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Bought a little time, lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in this...
He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
The Jaguars will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Across the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Monarchs headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. He'll do it himself. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Jacksonville State. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Running to Green. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down, 10 yards to go.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Reading the option, it's Dyer. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Jaguars are facing 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak for it.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Jaguars want to crank the tempo. Handoff from the shotgun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They need 1 yard on 3rd down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The give to the tailback. Danced his way through traffic, pickup of 4 to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll give it to Johnson. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to the right side. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Looking downfield, it's Pierce. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Bears the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Carry-On. Breaks into the open. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Monarchs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Monarchs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
From the gun, the running back has it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Handoff from the gun. Spins away from the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Makes one man miss. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse
grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Pierce. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, there's no quit in this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Just feeds the running back. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The Jaguars want to pick up the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Plows through the defense.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
Pass interference. Offense.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The RPO, it's complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back, seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Jaguars come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Great place to start for this offense. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the stomping has commenced. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll run the read option to the left to start the drive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down and more. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just complete and utter dominance in this